Every 6 seconds, one of these facts is going to mess with how you see the world. 1. The first computer bug. The term debugging came from Grace Hopper finding an actual moth inside a Harvard Mark II computer. 2. Cold welding. In the vacuum of space, two pieces of the same metal will permanently bond together if they touch. 3. Shark longevity. Sharks are older than trees. Sharks have existed for 400 million years, trees for about 350 million. 4. The solar system. Fit. You can fit every planet in the solar system between the Earth and the Moon with room to spare. 5. Viking Bluetooth. The Bluetooth symbol is a combination of two Viking runes for H and B, King Harold Bluetooth. 6. Stomach acid. Human stomach acid is strong enough to dissolve a razor blade. 7. Nintendo's age. Nintendo was founded in 1889, originally as a playing card company. 8. Failed stars. Brown dwarfs can be so cool, temperature-wise, that you could touch their surface without burning your hand. 9. The 50% rule. In a room of 23 people, there's a 50% chance 2 people share a birthday. 10. Honey longevity. Edible honey has been found in 3,000-year-old Egyptian tombs. 11. Mars sunsets. On Mars, the sunsets are blue because the dust in the atmosphere scatters blue light more effectively. 12. The Titan. Novella. 14 years before the Titanic sank, a book was written about an unsinkable ship called the Titan that hit an iceberg. 13. Diamond rain. It literally rains diamonds on Saturn and Neptune due to extreme atmospheric pressure. 14. A spaghetto. A single strand of spaghetti is technically called a spaghetto. 15. Immortal jellyfish. The Turritopsis dohrnii can revert its cells to their earliest stage, effectively living forever. 16. Wombat poop. Wombats are the only animals in the world that produce cube-shaped poop. 17. Cleopatra's time. Cleopatra lived closer to the moon landing than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid. 18. The first programmer, Ada Lovelace, wrote the first computer algorithm in the mid-1800s. 19. Blood vessel length. If you laid out all your blood vessels in a line, they would wrap around the Earth over 2 times. 20. Zero. The number 0 wasn't used in Western mathematics until the 12th century. 21. Space dust. Your hair collects space dust from comets. About 5,200 tons of it falls to Earth every year. 22. Graham's number. This number is so large that if your brain tried to store all its digits, it would collapse into a black hole. 23. Crows' grudges. Crows can recognize individual human faces and will hold grudges against people who mistreat them. 24. AOL dominance. In the 1990s, 50% of all CDs produced worldwide had AOL software on them. 25. Bone strength. A cubic inch of human bone is 4 times stronger than concrete. 26. The Great Emu War. In 1932, the Australian military went to war against emus, and the emus won. 27. Blue whale heart. A blue whale's heart is the size of a bumper car, and a human could swim through its arteries. 28. 1990s. Tech. In 1999, Google's founders tried to sell the company for $1 million, but the buyer turned them down. 29. Silent vacuum. Space is completely silent because there is no medium, like air, for sound waves to travel through. 30. CAPTCHA. You are technically working for free when you solve a CAPTCHA by helping AI learn how to read text and identify objects. 31. Eiffel Tower. Height. The Eiffel Tower can grow up to 6 inches taller in the summer due to thermal expansion of the iron. 32. Neutron stars. A single teaspoon of a neutron star would weigh about 6 billion tons on Earth. 33. Oxford versus Aztecs. Oxford University was founded before the Aztec Empire began. 34. Unique prints. Everyone has a unique tongue print, just like fingerprints. 35. The shortest war. The Anglo-Zanzibar War of 1896 lasted only 38 minutes. 36. The sun's dominance. The sun makes up 99.86% of the total mass of our entire solar system. 37. Brain impulses. Your brain generates more electrical impulses in a day than all the world's telephones combined. 38. The QWERTY origin. The layout was designed to slow down typists so mechanical keys wouldn't jam. 39. Mushroom network. There is a fungus in Oregon that is 2,400 years old and covers 2,200 acres. 40. The moon's smell. Astronauts have described the smell of the moon as burnt gunpowder. 41. Panda size. A newborn giant panda is smaller than a mouse. 42. Statue of Liberty. The Statue of Liberty was originally intended for Egypt, not America. 43. Non-stop growth. Your nose and ears never stop growing throughout your life. 44. The dancing plague. In 1518, hundreds of people in France danced uncontrollably for a month for no known reason. 45. Stellar light. The light hitting your eyes today from some stars left them before humans even existed. 46. Fetal fingerprints. Babies develop fingerprints while still in the womb at around 3 months. 47. Water in space. There is a massive cloud of water vapor in space that holds 140 trillion times more water than Earth's oceans. 48. Sea otters sleep. Sea otters hold hands while they sleep so they don't drift away from each other. 49. Enigma logic. Alan Turing's work on the Enigma code is estimated to have shortened World War II by at least 2 years. 50. Dust skin. About 50% of the dust in your home is actually dead skin cells. 51. The millionaire dropout. One of the 3 Apple founders sold his 10% stake in 1976 for just $800. 52. Galactic collision. The Andromeda Galaxy is heading toward us and will collide with the Milky Way in about 4 billion years. 53. Infinite hotel. In a hotel with infinite rooms that is full, you can still fit an infinite number of new guests by moving everyone to even-numbered rooms. 54. Cow besties. Cows have best friends and get stressed when they are separated. 55. The last letter. J was the last letter added to the English alphabet, after Z. 56. Morning height. You are about 1 centimeter taller in the morning than you are at night because your spine compresses during the day. 57. Black hole. Sound. NASA has recorded the sound of a black hole, which sounds like a low, haunting hum. 58. Benford's law. In many real-life datasets, the number 1 appears as the first digit 30% of the time. 59. Giraffe lightning. Giraffes are 30 times more likely to be hit by lightning than humans. 60. Heart pressure. The human heart creates enough pressure to squirt blood 30 feet. 61. Woolly mammoths. Mammoths were still alive while the Egyptians were building the pyramids. 62. Cosmic latte. The average color of the universe is a beige-ish white called cosmic latte. 63. Pi digits. We only need 39 digits of pi to calculate the circumference of the observable universe to within the width of a hydrogen atom. 64. The oldest wheel. The oldest wooden wheel in existence is over 5,000 years old. 65. Octopus hearts. An octopus has 3 hearts and blue blood. 66. Indestructible hair. Aside from fire, human hair is incredibly difficult to destroy or break down. 67. Footprints. Footprints on the moon will stay there for at least 100 million years because there is no wind to blow them away. Sexoctave. Data weight. All the data on the internet weighs about the same as a medium-sized strawberry in terms of electron mass. 69. Ant weight. The total weight of all the ants on Earth is roughly equal to the total weight of all the humans. 70. Taste buds. By age 60, you will have lost roughly half of your taste buds. 71. The pistol star. It is 10 million times brighter than our sun. 72. Google's first storage. Google's first storage rack was made out of Lego bricks. 73. Sloth digestion. It can take a sloth up to 2 weeks to digest a single meal. 74. Bacterial weight. You have about 2 to 5 pounds of bacteria living inside your gut right now. 75. The teddy bear. It was named after Theodore Roosevelt after he refused to shoot a bear on a hunting trip. 76. Venus's Day. A day on Venus is longer than a year on Venus. 77. Supercomputer brain, simulating 1 second of human brain activity, took one of the world's fastest supercomputers 40 minutes. 78. Tree count. There are more trees on Earth, 3 trillion, than there are stars in the Milky Way, 100 to 400 billion. 79. Eye resolution. The human eye has a resolution equivalent to 576 megapixels. 80. Liberty dogs. During World War I, Americans renamed Dachshunds Liberty Hounds to avoid association with Germany. 81. Time dilation. If you spend an hour near a black hole, years could pass on Earth. 82. Python's name. The computer language Python was named after Monty Python's flying circus, not the snake. 83. Platypus milk. Platypuses don't have nipples. They sweat milk onto their skin for their babies to lick off. 84. Sneezing speed. A sneeze can travel at over 100 miles per hour. 85. Roman toothpaste. Ancient Romans used crushed mouse brains and urine as toothpaste. 86. The Great Void. There is a Bot's void in space that is 330 million light-years across and contains almost no galaxies. 87. The first website. It is still online and can be visited today. 88. Cloud weight. The average cumulus cloud weighs about 1.1 million pounds, the same as a 747 jet. 89. Tickle logic. You cannot tickle yourself because your brain anticipates the touch and cancels the surprise response. 90. Wimbledon. Swearing. You can be fined $20,000 for swearing during a match at Wimbledon. 91. Woodpecker tongues. A woodpecker's tongue wraps around its brain to act as a shock absorber while it drums. 92. The nothing. Earlobe. Scientists still aren't sure if the human earlobe has any biological purpose. 93. Banana radiation. Bananas are slightly radioactive because they contain potassium-40. 94. Chess combinations. There are more possible variations of a chess game than there are atoms in the observable universe. 95. Lobster immortality. Lobsters don't die of old age. They die because they eventually lack the energy to shed their shells. 96. Cornea. Oxygen. The cornea is the only part of the body with no blood supply. It gets oxygen directly from the air. 97. Movie trailers. They are called trailers because they used to be shown after the movie ended. 98. Password security. Adding just one character to an 8-character password increases its combinations from billions to trillions. 99. Dreaming cue. Studies suggest that people who dream more vividly often have higher measurable IQs. 100. Liver regrowth. You can donate 60% of your liver and it will grow back to full size in a few weeks. And that's 100 facts, some weird, some wild, and a few you'll randomly remember at 2 a.m. If even one of these surprised you, hit like so the algorithm knows you learned something today. Subscribe if you want more facts that make the world feel slightly less normal. And drop a comment with the one that messed with your head the most. I'll see you in the next one.